Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. I'm not going anywhere. I have the flight deck turned off for the most part. I only have up what's necessary for me to be doing the testing that I'm doing and adjusting. Right now I'm working on Nvidia settings, trying to get the smoothest performance that I possibly can out of here. So we're going to see just how well we're doing. And since LA is the hardest hitting area for me in the States, or one of them anyway, we're going to have a look out here. Now, like I said, it's late. I have everything turned off. I'd be in bed except my breathing and my legs are bothering me. So instead of watching TV, I figured I'd come in here and get some work done. This is looking pretty good. This is nice and smooth. Let's have a look in the LA area, shall we? Let's bring this down a bit. Let's see just how well this is going to perform. Nice and smooth. Devour data. Can actually read the signs on the side of the building. That's impressive. Alright, let's go have a look around. Nice and smooth, and the graphics look nice. I believe that these Nvidia settings are probably the best that I've seen so far. The performance is nice and smooth, and to think that this is all coming from one computer, one video board, one CPU. Golf course looks pretty amazing. Actually looks like grass down there. So I tell you, that 7950 X3D processor and this 4090 graphics board from Asus is actually doing an amazing job. For what is being pushed out of this system, it's just amazing. This is beautifully smooth. I see a little bit of popping going on there, but it does not detract from flying. Not at all. The view out the side window is just stunning. So it certainly looks like these settings are a winner. I'm going to have to go and take a look and see what they are and then write them down. Make sure I don't lose these because these are looking pretty decent. Because LA is a hard-hitting area for my setup. And this AMD and 4090 is just blowing through it. I used to get studded swinging around to the mountains, but this has been rather nice. See what it looks like when we get closer to Burbank. But this is surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if the nighttime has a harder hit on 2020 than daytime, but I may try nighttime next. I cannot complain about the performance at all. And this is set up as TAA, and it's on Ultra on all the settings coming down. And this is surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. And when I first started out, I was getting those little tick, tick, tick stutters. But once again, it looks like it's Nvidia settings that are going to make the difference between it being smooth and having some issues. But this is like, this is real nice. I tell you, flight simulation has come a long way. Man, that is just absolutely fantastic. I would normally see some flickers around here, but that's not bad at all. Not seeing a lot of popping going on either. This is definitely better than expected. Let's see, how about we go down to the deck here. Get a little bit lower. I see a little popping going on in there now. But it's still smooth. And that's the main thing. Man, what a view. And I'm not seeing any ugly morphing buildings in front of me. I did a while back when I first tried MS2020 way back when, but the problem seems to be gone. Or it could just be the updated hardware I'm using, but this looks like I need to write these settings down. Because if I lose these and can't get this back, I will really be pissed at myself. Because these are looking beautiful. How about we head back over to LA? Even nice and low. Usually where I would get the flick is even worse. But this is looking real good. Nothing to complain about here. I mean, this is just beautiful. And the performance is just, I never expected this. Not at all. This was definitely worth the upgrade. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Man. Train yard. Man, that just looks fantastic. Beautiful. Almost makes me wish I would have developed a helicopter simulator. Almost. Although I would imagine that would have been a lot cheaper. This is just wow. I don't think I could throw anything more at it. Because I didn't touch those settings. I only played around with Nvidia, so I didn't lower them. And you know what? I think I want to go take a look at Chicago. Chicago's another heavy hitting area. But this is just, man. Beautiful. I don't want to stop flying to go to Chicago. This looks so nice. And it's like butter smooth. Man. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Man. Wow. There's a little flicker there. But that ain't bad at all the time I've been in here. Alright, I have to go take a look at Chicago. Let's go take a look at Chicago. Hey, Bill, I didn't see you there until I stepped out of the deck. Yeah, we'll go to Newark and have a look. Newark is another hard-hitting area for me. I figure L.A., Chicago, New York, all the three big ones. Oh, I got to hit that. Oh, this should be a good test. Punch it. Punch it, Louie. is pretty smooth. And I'm above the ultra settings too, so this is performing way better than expected. Oh yeah, there's Manhattan off to the right. Nice and smooth. That is what I'm talking about right there. Beautiful. Man, it's like butter. Very nice. Oh, there's a little flick. That view is just absolutely amazing out that window. It would be nice if I had a second camera hooked up there and had a second view in the lower right screen, giving you a wing view, because that is just, man, beautiful. Yeah, I gotta write these settings down. Let's go a little lower. Check out the city here. Yeah, we'll cut right across. How about that? And we'll cut across and then swing a right. Do a 270. Come up the west side. This is just absolutely, man. This is just beautiful. Wow. Man. This is just too much. Man, 2023 is the year of the simulator. Ain't no doubt about it. This is just fantastic. The only thing I don't see going on down there are muggings. The Madison Square Garden down there. I'm sure if I had the sounds on, bells and whistles be going off. Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge. Man, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think I cut that too tight to go up the west side. About we bang a left. Statue of Liberty looks nice. Some of the stuff here on the dock look a little Look like little pointy triangles there. I don't know what they're trying to draw, but they didn't get that right. Be nice if they got rid of the darkness underneath that bridge there. The Verrazano Bridge. Alright, let's swing around here. Come up the west side. There's some flicker going on there. Although I wouldn't normally be flying like this, but gotta be the first flickers I've seen so far. Alright. Let's head up the west side here. Wow. Woohoo, what a view. What a view. Remember coming up this way numerous times, making that right into LaGuardia. Oh, man. Beautiful view. Well, if I get icing conditions on the on my display, it should flash. So if I don't take care of the icing conditions, it'll go solid on the display. So I do have ice detection if it does happen in X-Plane, and since that's where all this is taking place. Yeah, the only way that's going to be the same is if they both get the data from the same place, 2020 and X-Plane. If the weather data comes from the same place, then yeah. If not, there's going to be a bit of a mismatch, no doubt about it. The indicators? Oh yeah. I don't have them on my flight deck. They would be basically right over here. But in ZHSI, which is what I use for my glass screens, there's a couple of indicators, and I actually have them set up over here to take the place of where they would be. Man, that is just, I can't get over that. Man. That is just absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I'm absolutely convinced that X-Plane 12 and MS2020 must mate. Either that or I gotta figure out a way to get this to work, because this is just, the realism here now is just stunning. And to think this is running off of one computer. No, the weather? No. The only reason why I would get the weather from two different places, unless it can be done in SimConnect, is X-Plane's going to give me the weather so that I have the weather on my glass displays, but it doesn't transmit the data into MS2020 from X-Plane. So I have to have MS2020 set up for live weather and X-Plane set up for live weather, and then if there's a mismatch, it is what it is, basically. Yeah, if I had the glass screens up, I could have brought them up and showed you. This is just fantastic. So the only thing I noticed was one little set of stutters, but that was basically doing something really crazy. And flying around in New York and LA, getting this type of performance is just, it's more than I could have hoped for. No doubt about it. Alright, this is looking pretty decent. Now let's go to Chicago. Let's go take a look at Chicago and see what that's looking like. But so far I'm very impressed. panels? Oh, the panels are turned off because I'm actually doing some work with Nvidia. I'm fooling around with the settings to try and get the smoothest performance that I can in the sim itself. So, and it's pretty late over here. The wife's sleeping, so everything's basically turned off, with except just what I need in order to work with Nvidia. So far, I think I've hit pay dirt. Just checking a couple of areas just to make sure that the smoothness is true to itself and it's not going to be good in just one area alone. So far, New York, LA, and well, we're out in Chicago now, looking pretty good. The takeoff roll's looking fine. But I'm going to need all the runway. I don't even have the flaps up. Nice and smooth. Usually this is where you get the flickers, or I was getting them, is when I'm low to the ground. But that looked pretty decent. Not bad. That's pretty smooth turning toward the city too. Not bad. Oh, that is fantastic. This is just off the hook, stunningly beautiful. Man. Couple of flickers there, I see. Actually, shader cache to unlimited is not a good idea. If you take a look at Nvidia's website, ideally it should be set to 10 gigabytes. And inside, I believe it's Nvidia's sub page, there's like a DX, there's 2 folders in there that contain a whole bunch of stuff that need to be removed as well. But I used to believe the same thing, and I had my shader cache set at unlimited. Not anymore. I've moved it back to 10. Even though I have a lot more than that with the 4090 board, but this is just looking amazing. I think the only thing that I could add to this is if I had third-party traffic and whatnot. But for me, everything that I want, I think, is right here. The vehicles on the ground don't mean much, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm more interested in smooth performance with the flight deck working the way it should. And this is just looking like this is a winning combination. Oh, I like that. A little bit of disturbance in the clouds. Oh, there's a little flicker. There's some flicker in the clouds. Right there, I can see it. Alright, so that's 2 instants. That's not bad. 3 locations. Not bad. A little bit of popping of data going in there. Looks like their satellite data gets a little light green over here. Different time of the year, I guess. They made a pass. Yeah, I may give that FSFTL a try. I purchased a program online that I saw was for MS2020, but I don't like it at all. So I may give that a look. Once they get all this straightened out, it'll definitely be on the list. Yeah, this is kind of Would have been nice if they did a little bit of touch-up and blending to make it all match up a little bit better, though. I guess if you didn't see the scenery before it changed, you wouldn't know any better, but kind of looks like the Florida roadways down there all bleached out. But performance is pretty good. I think I definitely got my money's worth out of this chip. No doubt about it. I think it was worth every penny. Let's see. Let's try that again. That looks like a nice cloud up there. Let's see if it goes real bad when we get in there. I think next I want to take a look at that dim software that Nils is working on. I know he's got the MCP and the CDUs set up with MS2020 and FDS hardware. It'll be interesting. I want to take a look at that. Yeah, I just read on Nvidia's website about the shader cache, and that they said the number should be a 10 gigabyte. I mean, unless of course you don't have a video board that you can spare that. But let's see. Gonna give me some stutters when we get in here. Oh, that looked pretty smooth. That looked pretty smooth. And I think this is looking pretty good. I think I'm going to write these settings down and call it a day for today. I can feel my voice is going already big time. The 2080 Ti, yeah. I think it's 12. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Alright, maybe one more area I'll go check. Maybe I'll go check Seattle. Yeah, Bill, I'm telling you, I've only hit a couple of spots that were pretty bad, but in New York where I was making that hard bank, I wouldn't be doing that in a 737 anyway. But I think Seattle is another area that's hard hitting. Maybe I'll make that the last one I check before we call it a night. My breathing seemed to have mellowed out a little bit. This takes my mind off of it, Gets rid of that anxiety. Alright, let's go hit Seattle and have a look. Heathrow, yeah, you know what? I haven't tried Heathrow. That's, yeah, I bet that would probably be a good one to try too. All right, let's. And let's go have a look. Nice and smooth so far. Nice and smooth. Well, there's a little flicker. Oh yeah, I have no idea. I don't use MS2020 all that much. This is still brand new to me. In the search bar. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go check out the mountains, shall we? That looks pretty decent. Yeah, I think once the hardware-software interface is done, this is going to be one amazing setup. I mean, this is just as good as a ride at Disneyland. That is some view. Oh yeah, Austin was a genius when he actually set up the depository for all these people to work on the airports for him, and then put it in his payware product. That's brilliant. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Man, what a view. I mean, the trees do look a little fuzzy, but that's pretty much it. And every now and then you get those little lines in the clouds. Might be my monitors. The monitors are a bit old now, by today's standards anyway. Let's go see what this mountain looks like. I really haven't taken a look close up to any of them, really. Man, that looks fantastic. Although with X-Plane, you do get the seasons. You know, you're not going to get the seasons here. So that's a big loss. And I prefer X-Plane 12's night lighting over MS2020. But the one good thing is the way I'm going to set this up, I can run MS2020 or X-Plane 12, you know, or I'm hoping the bridge between the two, which is the main goal. This is just performing way better than I expected it was going to, that's for sure. Let's see what this looks like. And then I'll go see if I can lay down. Whenever I do that can for my breathing, or I do one of those treatments, I get like, and then I really can't sleep. Looks great. Oh, really? I did not know that. I'm going to have to look into that. I've got their website bookmarked. I purchased some other stuff from them, so yeah, I'll look into that. They make some pretty good stuff. Mountains look pretty good. How are you? Was that dessert or desert? I'm not going anywhere. I'm basically just testing Nvidia. Well, I think I'm done testing Nvidia settings. These look pretty good. I'm just enjoying the view now for the most part. I'm not able to sleep. So, this is much better than turning on the TV. That looks great. Man. That is just off the hook beautiful. That's amazing. Man, I remember my first flight simulator for the Tandy 1000 computer. Simulation has come a long, long way. Beautiful view. I think maybe I'll go check out Seattle, the city, and then see if I can put it down blind in Seattle. Call it a night. That really looks great, man. That is fantastic. Man. I know the camera's not doing it justice because I'm seeing it in 2K. You're getting it in 1080p. Wow. Man. Beautiful. The sad thing is, the more and more I fly this, when I go back and I look at X-Plane 12, I get disappointed with the ground textures. That's not good. Same thing happened when I moved from P3D to X-Plane. But this is just amazing. And to be throwing 375-inch screens at it is just, that makes it all that much more. Ooh, wow. No, I have a friend that has one just like mine out in California. Although he's running X-Plane. Oh, there was a big texture load there. I think maybe Microsoft must have updated their server. That was a big one. It's been a while since I had the entire deck running all together at once. It's going to be nice to get it all back together, running this smooth. I'm hoping soon. Yeah, I've had that. I actually went and made up my own, which looked fantastic. I went and I did, was it CL19 or 20, I think it was, for the state of New Jersey. And even down to 500 feet, it looked amazing. With no AI on it at all, just flat. It looked fantastic. But I'd have to do the entire United States. I need a heck of a lot of room. This is already done. This is basically ortho on steroids, though, if you think about it, with the photogrammetry that's in here. What would be nice is if Google or Bing offered a service, a pay service, with a bridge into X-Plane, so we can have this straight into XP12. Because that's a service I would pay for in a heartbeat. The added plus that I like about 2020 is you don't have that ring like you have in X-Plane, where the graphics just stop and then it just goes flat. So, well, that and the morphing cars at the airport that they still haven't worked on, but Yeah. You have to take a look at Jersey on all three of these screens, though. It just looks so amazing. I probably could if I wanted to take the time. I mean, it would take me a while, but yep, I have had V states too. Matter of fact, it's still sitting on my NAS drive. Since this is basically the only aircraft I fly, most of my time is spent up here anyway. So the ortho stuff is pretty good. The one good thing is I also know that Nils is working on DIM software. I think it's Device Interface Manager. And that's supposed to run the flight deck with MS2020. So once that's completed, then be able to use PMDG with FDS hardware. The only item that would be left would be the glass screens. And if Air Manager ever came up with those glass screens, or if PMDG made them available for Air Manager, that would be perfect. Yeah, I remember a while back, I can't remember the gentleman's name. I actually purchased the entire United States, and he passed around a hard drive. It went from customer to customer to customer. You would get the hard drive with what you purchased, and you would copy it onto your hard drive, and then you'd put it in the mail, and you'd have the address of the guy next on the list, and then you would send it to him, and then the drive just got passed around. It went like that for a while, but I think the hard drive disappeared once or twice, and that was basically the end of that. But that was a great idea. If people were a little better about things and weren't so greedy, it'd probably still be around. Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. The precision of X-Plane 12 and the Zebo mod, there's no doubt about it. It's far superior to MS-2020. And PMDG can only work with the base platform anyway. So they're bound within the limits of that. So I don't know if it was Fork Boy. I can't remember the guy's name. I know he was out west, the guy that did it. I can't remember his name. Because I also picked up, actually I probably have all the CDs still from another gentleman that made all of the photoreal stuff. I have a stack of them like this. The name of the company is right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. But this is going back a while. I think this might have been for FSX. The performance is just stunning. But I've used Fork Boy stuff as well. Man, I can't complain about this. This is fantastic. Oh, I could tell the medication's starting to wear off. Now it's starting to get warm in here. Mega Earth. What? You know what? My discs are right here. Wait a minute. That's all my flight stuff right here on CDs. Let's see, what was the name of that? Oh, FS Genesis. All their CDs. There's Jeppesen, Jep View, all kinds of stuff from way back when. FS Genesis. He used to mail you the CDs. And I purchased the lifetime warranty or the lifetime membership. I had a few discs that actually the top came off. He sent me new discs with no problem. I do have a video that's up that I did some time ago. It's an older video where I walk around the flight deck and I turn everything on. I show you where everything is. It's an older video. Not much has changed, other than, believe it or not, I'm using less computers now than I did before with X-Plane 12. Yeah. I have all that stuff. I have all the boxes inside Tupperware containers from way back when. I have my original box from Flight Simulator for the 1000, the Tandy 1000 computer. I have the book, the fold-out maps that used to come with it. Oh, yeah. These clouds look pretty cool. So other than a couple of spots where I had some bad flickers, and one of them was basically me doing some crazy kind of maneuver, I think. Not bad at all. I got my sounds all set up today, so today was a good day. Today was a good day. Man, the view is amazing. Beautiful view. I just hope I'm able to pull off getting that bridge working. I would love to be able to have X-Plane 12 and the Zebo mod controlling the whole show and just have 2020 out here for the visuals. That would be ideal. Wow, these meds are really starting to freaking do. Oh, man. It's getting warm in here. Let me redirect that AC unit. Holy moly. Oh yeah, that's much better. head towards Seattle. Oh, Manhattan, New York, I was just there. So if you go back in time in this video, you'll see LA, and then you'll see New York, and you'll see Chicago. Oh yeah, I need that breeze. Man, this is some view. Outstanding. Beautiful. This has been an amazing ride and a good day for tinkering. Nice. Little flicker there. Nice though. This is beautiful. Nice. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll check nighttime. See if that puts any more of a demand on the system. But this is looking good right now. Nice. Nice and smooth. No, I have X-Plane turned off right now. I'm just working on Nvidia settings. Performing beautifully. Beautiful. This is looking too good. Alright, where do I want to go next? EGGL? This is fantastic, though. Look at that view, man. Ooh, yeah. Alright. Let's go check out someplace else. Alright, we'll make this the last stop. How about that? How about that? Alright, let's see what we get here. This one of their included airports into 2020. It looks like it's been built up pretty nice. There's some flicker there. And then we're smooth. Yeah, that's pretty cool, that search function. I've never tried that before. I like that. I'll be using that in the future from now on. No doubt about it. Other than a few flickers here and there, she's been performing beautifully. This is a nice looking area. Very nice. Wow, that looks good. Oh, I have no idea which way is 090. I don't have any, I don't have, oh, actually, oh yeah, no, that's not working either. See if I can see it out the window here. Get a look at that. That might be that way. I think that said 9 left. So, I would think it would be to our right here. I just caught a glimpse of that runway and it looked like it said 09L. And I would think this should just about put us on that heading. But I don't know the area. I'm seeing some tall buildings pop up out here in the distance. I figured this is probably it over here. Alright. Here we go. How about we get a little bit lower maybe? Wow. This is fantastic. Look at the view. Man. Looks even better than the States. Man. A little bit of popping going on there. Little bit of building popping going on. I wonder if it's because of all the areas we've hit. I got to clean out the cache. Oh, look at the Ferris wheel. That's amazing. Wow. That's pretty cool. I am getting a lot of popping though over here. But I wonder if I got to clean out the cache. I've hit quite a few spots. Oh, that looks great. Wow. Check it out. That really looks cool. Yeah. Wow. Check that out. Whoa, whoa. Easy there, Louie. Pretty smooth, all in all. I'm going to have to come back out here after I clean out the cache and crank it up again and see if I get that popping going on. It might just be that's just the way it is. There's a lot of stuff out here. I thought New York was a hard-hitting area. Man, there's just stuff everywhere out here. This might be my new test area. Man. Holy man. I'm going to be ruined. I'm not going to be able to go to 12. And this is still pretty smooth. A few flickers in the beginning, but holding up nicely. Not bad. Oh yeah, an MS2020. Yeah, it's the difference is night and day. A little bit of stutter there. But I'm running a little bit better than ultra settings, so that is not bad considering. I mean, there is just a ton of stuff down there. Man. Beautiful. Wow. This is just off the hook. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back out here after I clean out the cache and everything and see if that popping gets reduced. I mean, I wouldn't think that it would because there's just a ton of stuff being drawn down there. But I have not seen anything that's disappointing, that's for sure. I just can't get over how smooth this is. One computer running 375-inch screen and this thing is just floating along. Man. Stadium here. That's amazing. Look at this. Man, look at that. Wow. That is unbelievable. Man. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a view while I was messing around. I had a blast. I took my mind off my breathing for a while. Medication is kicked in. My legs are feeling a little better. Now it's time to turn everything off and start up again tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'll check nighttime and see what it looks like. But I'm going to start over here. I want to see what this looks like with a fresh install or a fresh run with everything cleaned out. But this is just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Wow. Man, that is just, oh, that is just too much. Alright, everybody. Well, Bill and everyone here that stopped by, I hope you enjoyed the view. And I'll catch you on my next run, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm going to be out here doing a little bit more work trying to get this whole deck working together between X-Plane and 2020. So, have a good night or a good day, wherever you are. For me, it's definitely nighttime, and then some. So I'm going to go see if I can get some rest. All right, everybody, take care, and thanks for joining me. I'll catch you again.